did you feel it took for you guys to fend off a pretty relentless Bruins squad all night?
Well, we were obviously we needed good goaltending. We got that, but we knew they were going to come out early, and they did. And they scored the first goal, and we had to survive that. And then we had some timely goals tonight. Our power play hit on some timely goals. They made a couple mistakes, and we capitalized. And that's. But I felt like we ended up when we got up to our fifth goal. I felt that we started backing up a little bit, and we can't play that way. We got to play a little bit on our toes a little bit more. So we'll get that corrected. But we knew it was going to be a tough building. You knew you were going to get their A game, and I felt they did. They brought their A game.
Go ahead, Molly.
And you touched on it a little bit, but what did you make of the power play tonight? Were there adjustments, or was it just the circumstance?
No, we made some adjustments, and the guys executed on those adjustments. So that's what playoff hockey is all about. It is about minor adjustments. You're not going to have anything too drastic, but some minor adjustments, and we were able to hit on some of them.
Arthur Staple, The Athletic.
Very specifically, it seemed like flopping Pajot and Nelson really helped you kind of stabilize things through the middle part of the game. What kind of prompted that move for you to?
Well, I just felt that they were it was giving them a little different look. I thought it was giving us a little boost in the middle, and then we had some draws on the right side, and instead of just changing the whole line, it was just changed to one person. So that was the mainstream of it, and then I just stuck with it for a while.
Go ahead,
Arthur. Bruce Cassidy seemed to be very upset tonight post-game with the officiating. I think he referred to your team as the New York Saints. I'm not really sure what context that was in, but did you feel the officiating?
You'll have to ask him about that. I know that just look at where we ended up during the year. I think we were one of the least penalized teams in the whole league. So I don't know what he means by that. You'll have to ask him.
Brian Compton, NHL.com.
All right, I know you've said multiple times that Anders isn't coming back in these playoffs, but what does it mean to the group to have him out there this morning and just having him along for this ride that you guys are on? Thanks.
It means a lot. They see, Anders is a real good leader, and he's back skating, and he will not return in the playoffs. So unless we play until September, he's not playing. But it is really good. You see how he's putting in the work, how he's supporting the guys, and he's around, and really good influence on the whole group. And that's what leadership is. So it's really encouraging that he's putting in the work, and but he has a long road. I mean, he had a very tragic injury and a very serious one. So he's going to put some long, hard hours in all summer.
Andrew Gross, Newsday.
Hey, Barry, off that start, it's 1-0. It was almost 2-0 on Marchand putting it through the crease. I'm sure the players knew they were kind of on their heels, but when you call the timeout, what do you try and reinforce there, to kind of get them back on the rails, as you would say?
Well, just remind them what we were seeing. We were seeing that we were giving up lines easily, too much space, backing up. Almost I think you have to play to win. We were backing up, and I don't like that. That's not our style. We want to go forward. So just said, let's get back to our game. Let's get back to our game of pushing forward, and I thought we stabilized that pretty well. I thought the last 5 minutes our guys did an excellent job.
Anthony Fucilli, MSG.
Barry, what does it say about your team's mental toughness and your ability to stay calm and poised even when everything's being thrown at you and find a way?
They're a veteran group, and they rely on each other. And I think we do stay pretty calm. There's times where we're like a duck on water. The feet are moving like crazy, but I think we're able to stabilize. So, this is a very good team. This Boston team has got lots of character. They got great players. I mean, you're going to have some Hall of Fame guys there, and they played extremely hard. They threw a lot of pucks towards our net. They did a lot of things that they are known for. And we found a way in a real tough environment to get that done. And at the end of the day, there's only one stat that you can count. It's not the shots on goal. it's the score clock, and we were able to do it. And we had opportunities tonight, and we capitalized, and we were able to get a win. So you win games different ways, and this group has learned that over the course of the playoffs. So, but to get the fourth one, it's the toughest game. Boston's going to bring their A game. We're going to have to bring our A game, and we'll just leave it at that.
Ian McIntyre, Sportsnet.
Barry, how much does all the experience that your team has gained in the playoffs the last 3 years, how much does that come to bear in a third period like this, where obviously your team's not playing the way you like, yet they find a way to close out a win?
Well, I think it's invaluable. You don't get an experience. I mean, this is game, Kimber, you're going to have to help me, 42 or 43 in the last couple of years. So this group's been together for the most part. You go through different experiences, and it doesn't always go the way you map it out or the way you want it. And so you just understand that you got to break the game down into smaller micro type of pieces. And, like the end of the game, okay, we're still up. We just got to break that down to the last 5 minutes. And if we do it right, then we can come up with a victory. And that's sort of what we did. And we managed it was uncomfortable. They made us uncomfortable. The way they played very well. And, but we didn't panic. There's a calmness about our group. And that's, to me, experience is, instead of worrying about all the things, I think what experience does is, doesn't matter if it's hockey or it's in life, experience just lets you focus in on 4 or 5 things that are the most important, and everything else will fall into place. The inexperience is when it's chaotic and you're worried about 10 or 12 or 15 other things, and it doesn't become calm. It becomes very chaotic. So I think that's what the playoff experience has allowed us to do, is that we can just, get refocused on the next happening, the next event. And that's probably what it's done for us.
Last one here, Bruce Beck, NBC.
Barry, speaking of refocus, Jordan Eberle said the last one is the hardest one to get.
Yeah, it is.
Do you have to reinforce that with your guys, or do you think that they know and understand, especially with what they've gone through over the last couple seasons?
They know, they understand that they'll be ready, and both teams will be ready, and it'll, we just gotta focus on, next game, and go from there. That's all you can do. This one's in the, we're going to enjoy it for about 10 minutes, and then we'll just move on.